Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BLDG 3013. My name is Ahmed and I'm going to be your lecturer for this super exciting course. Now, as you will be aware, this is a fully online course and it's probably your first experience in having a fully online course during your degree. But trust me, this is going to be beautiful. So the way we structured the course is to make sure that you guys can learn as much as possible from the different concepts that are involved in digital construction. So I'll be doing my best to make sure that your learning experience throughout the upcoming 10 weeks is the best as it can be. And I have made sure that all the resources that you need have been provided to you. So there's going to be detailed tutorials to showcase how to use different software. Now, it might seem too daunting, the fact that you guys have to learn different software, but trust me, do not worry, because you will have my full support. So before we start talking about the exact content that I'm going to cover, let me just introduce the course. So just some quick admin stuff. My name is Ahmed. This is my email address. You can see it in the screen in front of you. If you do have any questions, make sure that you utilize the discussion forum that's available on the online platform. That's where you should be asking all your questions. But if there are issues that can't be resolved, feel free to email me. Now, in terms of contact hours, as I said, this is a fully online course, so there's not going to be any face-to-face contact hours. Instead, we're going to have all the materials uploaded online. It's 4 hours per week approximately. That's how much I estimate you would be required to spend for this course. So it's 1 hour approximately for lectures, 3 hours for tutorials. Having said that, do not worry, it's not going to be a full 1 hour lecture, otherwise it would be boring. So I divided the content into separate stations. So for each week you'll have separate stations. Each station is approximately 2 to 10 minutes long. And you have about 2 to 5 stations per week. So each week it will take you about 25 minutes, excluding the final 2 weeks maybe, or the one before the final one, week 9, where we'll have more content to cover. But as I said, it's broken down into stations, and each station is maximum 10 minutes, so it'll be easy for you to view the content. That's just for the lectures. Then we have 3 hours of tutorials, and the tutorials, this is where I show to you how you utilize the different software. So this is more of the practical aspect that's involved in the course. So I'll demonstrate how to use the different software that you need for the remainder of the course. Now, in terms of the structuring of the course and the assessments, there's going to be 10 weeks of content. So starting from week 1, which is this week if you're viewing it now, your upcoming assessment, the first assessment, is a reflective report or a reflective statement. This is where I will be providing you with a question, and then you will be responding to it based on some research that you might need to undertake. There's going to be several quizzes, so there's going to be several online quizzes. And do make sure that you check out the course outline to make sure when the quizzes are scheduled. I'll be providing announcements as well a couple of days before the online quiz goes online, so do make sure that you check the announcements in your emails. Massive assignment for this course is the group assignment, and there's a peer review assessment that you have to fill out. Now, the peer review is very important to fill out. If you don't fill out the peer review, there's a very big chance that your report won't be marked. So please make sure you do that. And this has to be submitted at the final week, in week 10. And then we have a final exam. So there's a breakdown, as you can see on the screen, of the different contributions of these assessments. Your final exam is worth 40%. I highly recommend that you pass each and every single component, just to make sure that you can comfortably pass this course. The group assignment, as I said, if you do not submit the peer assessment review report in week 10, you won't get a mark for your assignment, so you'll get a 0. So please make sure that you do submit that. And then we have the online quizzes as well and the reflective statement. Okay, so Now moving on to the software that you will be utilizing in the course. There's several software, as you can see in the screen in front of you. So the most important software for us is going to be Revit. That's the main platform where you will be doing all your modeling. Navisworks is going to be another platform from Autodesk, so another software from Autodesk. This is where you will be doing your simulation, your construction scheduling simulation. Now, to do the simulation, you need a construction schedule. So we'll cover that later on in the course, more towards week 5 or week 7. So for the scheduling, it's up to you to choose whatever software you want. I personally use Excel because remember, this is not a scheduling course. This is a digital construction course. So we won't be diving into the deep aspects of scheduling. This is something that you should have covered in a previous course, but feel free to use Microsoft Project as well, or Primavera. And then finally, for our estimations, we'll be utilizing Costex. So we'll be integrating BIM with Costex. Now, our learning journey. Best way to describe it is like climbing a mountain. You have to start from the bottom. So at the very start, you need to acquire the basics, and that's what we'll be doing in the next 2 weeks. So getting the basics of BIM. And then as you move upwards, as you climb upwards the mountain, what you need to realize is that you need to acquire certain skills independently, and that will be part of your role in terms of covering the tutorials that I upload each and every single week. So the practical tutorials, you need to also then understand, that's the third stage where you start understanding how to link BIM with different applications of BIM. And then we have industry applications, and then a final step, you're a boss. So you're a digital construction boss. And that's what we're hoping to achieve by week 10. My promise to you is you won't be abandoned during this journey. You'll be provided with all the resources that you need. Everything will be so clear and so well organized to make sure that you don't get lost. There's a forum, as I said, online for any questions that you need. So what you have to do is you need to make sure that you do follow, you do follow through the lectures, and you do watch the tutorials so that you understand how the software run. Now, okay, so usually before I start my courses, I have a quote, and the quote acts like a kickstart to the course. So for this course, this is the quote you see in front of you: "Those who perform not practical work, nor make experiments, will never attain to the least degree of mastery." And that's a quote by Jabber. Very relevant quote to what you guys will be doing, because you need to practice to master all the software that we have in the course. So do please make sure that you follow through the tutorials, download the relevant software, and make sure you're practicing constantly, because otherwise you won't master the techniques.